should be longer than humanly possible or sanitarily possible. So we'll give the guy
or cosmetically possible.
Right. And then we'll give him this evil grimace.
I hope the camera can catch that. I hope that's dark enough, because that's really coming along beautifully.
Kind of. Okay.
Now, in comics, when you draw, even though the books are in color, you draw in black and white, right?
Right,
All our
right.
artists work in black and white, and then the coloring is done later by someone else, usually by someone else.
And because he's a villain, we'll give him a mask or something like that.
Villains really very often have masks, don't they? That's another
So
bit of
that no one will
shorthand.
know. Right.
You know they're a villain.
That's right.
Unless it's a hero with a mask, then you totally confuse the reader.
Okay.
And villains also have big thighs, huh?
Big thighs, big boots,
Makes them powerful.
big egos.
Right.
That's why they always lose. Sounds good to me.
That's the psychological training.
That's right.
in
That's
there,
right. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Now we got the damsel in distress
Oh,
here.
yeah. I'm waiting to see her.
And let's say she's the
Press
secretary.
down hard enough so that everybody can see her.
Right.
We're waiting for her.
All right.
Get a
We'll
nice dark pen.
All right. We'll make her the secretary of this guy, whose secret identity, I guess. He's a businessman, and this is his secretary.
Then he looks like your typical businessman.
That's right. And
no doubt about
he's,
that.
And he's secretly in love with her.
You not only draw the picture, you get a whole story in your mind when you do it.
Well,
that's the best. That's the best.
I think the more successful artists will think more than just, I'm going to draw this guy's story or whatever. They're gonna put more of their own personality into it and what they think would be neat in the story.
I notice you have the villain miming. You're putting a little of your personality in.
Okay, and then she's gonna have this mini dress here.
Well, there she is. You've almost got her.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
And then I'm gonna take this pen so I can do the finer detail of her face. I'll give her a sort of a 90s short little bob there. Some earrings. She's got these lines too.
That's great.
Okay, and then, all right.
So you were able to do it. You've got the hero over here in the foreground.
Right.
You have. Oh, I didn't want to interrupt you. You want to darken his ponytail.
Right, right. And then I'm going to put this window here.
Uh-huh.
And of course, most skyscrapers, well, at least some of them, you can't open the windows. So we'll establish part of the story right now. We'll say, look,
he broke the window.
Absolutely.
Attaboy.
Right, there we go. We'll put the glass
he's strong.
in here.
Even though it's unbreakable,
Right.
this guy can break it.
Right. And the thing about, I tell kids is, be observant of everything. If you're in a dentist's office, look at it and try to remember what a dentist's office looks like, because you'll have to draw a dentist's office someday, and it's hard to find that kind of reference. You can just pull it from memory.
They're too busy trembling.
Right. So if I see broken glass or something like that, or a car that's destroyed, I would like to look at it and see what kind of shapes and how the glass will break and the lines that you get out of that.
Well, you're known for your broken glass. Now I can see why.
And of course, you got to make it. You got to make it realistic.
The glass has to be on
right,
the floor.
Right,
Some would have
naturally,
fallen in,
right. Some outside,
Right.
Whatever. Okay, so we put some glass here, and then we'll put a table here in the middle ground, which is
Basically, what you're talking about as you talk, as you draw, these are pretty much the thoughts that would go through a comic book artist's mind
Right.
as he draws the strip. Then
You got to supply all the background stuff. You got to supply
make it look real.
You're the costumer, director, props guy. You have an unlimited budget. You just have time constraints. That's
great.
what it comes down to.
Now, let me ask you, talking about making things look real, what do you think makes... There are so many comics. Some do better than others. What makes a successful comic? What's the difference?
I think it's putting the thought and care into it. A lot of people just want to draw heroes, or they just want to draw women, and they'll slough off on the backgrounds, or slough off on the storytelling, and you got to care about every aspect.
It's all got to be good.
Yeah, and I think all the guys that are very successful at it are the ones that have the passion to put the time in on every aspect of it. to the broken glass on the ground, and if I in the next panel I do a reverse shot of this, I'm going to make sure the backgrounds are as close as I can get to it. You just don't want to be sloppy with it, and you want to have that dynamic feel.
Well, you know what might be interesting also. I think if we could grab another sheet of board now.
Sure.
Although I know you want to show off and how you
no,
draw skyscrapers in the background.
Well, let me hear your idea first, and then I'll stop.
It would be cute if you could draw two little panels.
Right.
One, what you might call the right way, and the other the wrong way. In other words, why is one successful and the other is just a drawing?
Right.
Now, I can't think of any particular pose at the moment. Maybe you can think of one. You're not going to let go of this. You're going to finish this.
No.
drawing
While you're
no matter
talking,
what.
I'm listening.
All right,
I'm listening.
no, I want you to be thinking also.
Right.
Okay?
Right. I'm thinking
Now,
already.
on the next sheet, when you finish this,
Right.
and after you've autographed it so that I can fight with everybody else to get it, on the next sheet, I want you to think of some very simple scene that you could draw quickly, and draw one version of it that would be adequate for most any other comic book company and with any other comic book artist, but then show how you would do it to make it really a powerful scene.
Right.
Can you do that, or am I
Okay.
asking?
No. I know exactly. I can do something.
I
real
finally
easy.
met somebody who understands what I said. That's really great.
Anyway.
Hey, that is really great.
Actually, to make it seem like there's glass here is a little technique.
Attaboy.
There we go.
And obviously, it's a modern building, so this is the built-in fluorescent light that's right in the ceiling.
Right, and I will put one there, but I think the word balloon will go there. So,
Okay.
or maybe we'll go here.
You know what everybody would like to see, says he cagily? How do you sign your name? People would love to see your signature. Because when I steal this, I want it to be on there.
All right. How's that?
It's very legible.
Okay.
Okay, and people will have to kill to get this from me.
Okay.
Now, let's see what that next one is
Two
be.
panels. Okay. Bum, bum, bum.
One is going to be adequate, the kind that you might find that your beginning artist
Okay.
might do.